Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, brothers and sisters in Islam. الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا ومولانا وحبيبنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. Inshallah, I will be speaking in this video about some of the main points regarding the occasion of Isra and Miraj. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward us and make us always in continuous learning and practice of this great religion, the religion of Islam. So in this honorable occasion, the occasion of Isra and Miraj, the word Isra means the night journey from the Haram Mosque or from Mecca to Aqsa Mosque in Jerusalem in Palestine. And the word Miraj refers to the second part of the journey, which was from Aqsa Mosque in Palestine through the seven skies and Arsh and beyond. So this is the Isra and Miraj. Allah Ta3ala, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in Surat Al-Isra, بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم سبحان الذي أسرى بعبده ليلا من المسجد الحرام إلى المسجد الأقصى الذي باركنا حوله لنريه من آياتنا إنه هو السميع البصير صدق الله العظيم. So in this ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned clearly that this Isra happened with both body and soul of Prophet Muhammad. So Prophet Muhammad ﷺ went through this honorable journey with his body and spirit. It was not a night dream. It was not a dream that the Prophet saw. If it was a dream, it would have been a regular dream. Anyone can dream. It wouldn't have been a great miracle. So the miracle of Isra is by body and spirit both together, and there is no disagreement about this. So from Masjid Aqsa, Prophet Muhammad from Masjid al-Haram in Mecca, Prophet Muhammad saw many different things during this journey. Prophet Sayyidina Jibreel asked him to come down from the buraq, the animal that Prophet Muhammad was mounting during his Isra journey, to come down in few places and to pray. Some of those places were Taibah in Medina. Another place was where Prophet Jesus was born in Bayt Lahm. Another place was where Sayyidina Musa, Allah enabled him to hear the kalam of Allah, which is not language or letter or sound, and other places as well. So, and also Prophet Muhammad saw different things during this honorable night, during the journey of Isra. He saw this dunya in the shape of an old woman. He saw Iblis on the side of the road, and he saw some people scratching their faces and chest with nails made of copper, and Sayyidina Jibreel told him that those were the people who perform ghaiba, or they speak bad about other Muslims from their behind, from the back. Also he saw some people who were naked except for some clothes which covered their sawa or their awra, their bottom parts, and they were moving like animals. And Sayyidina Jibreel told Sayyidina Muhammad that those were the Muslims who did not pay the obligatory zakah that they were obligated to pay from their wealth. Also Sayyidina Muhammad saw some people who were having their head crashed and then come back again as it was, and then got crashed again, and so forth. And Sayyidina Jibreel told him that those were the people, the Muslims who did not pray the obligatory prayer, the 5 daily prayers. And Prophet Muhammad ﷺ saw some people who were eating from rotten meat. Rotten. They left the nice, fresh, clean meat, and they were eating from the rotten meat. And Sayyidina Jibreel told Sayyidina Muhammad that those were the people who committed zina or fornication or adultery. And Prophet Muhammad ﷺ saw some people who were drinking some of the dirty liquid coming out of those rotten meat eaters. And Sayyidina Jibreel told him that those were the people who drank alcohol in this life. Also Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, he smelled a very nice smell from a grave, coming from a grave during his journey. And Sayyidina Jibreel told him that this is the grave where the woman at the time of the Pharaoh of Egypt, who used to comb the hair of the daughter of the Pharaoh, this woman who combed the hair of the daughter of the Pharaoh, she was a Muslim. And one time the comb fell down from her hand, and she said Bismillah when she was about to pick it up. So the daughter of Pharaoh, the daughter of the Pharaoh, she asked her, do you have another God other than my father? That's what the daughter of Pharaoh told her or asked her. And then this Muslim woman replied back by saying, my God and the God of your father is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So the daughter of Pharaoh, she told her father this, and her father, Pharaoh, the Pharaoh of Egypt, he tried to, take this woman out of Islam and asked her to leave Islam and to worship him. She refused, so he threw her sons and her children in boiled water, and they died one by one as martyrs. And her last baby child, who was just a baby, on her hand, just before Pharaoh took him, asked the guards to took him from her hands to throw him in the boiled water. This baby, he spoke in a clear language, and he told his mother what means, don't worry, we don't, and stay the way you are on the truth, and inshallah we are in heaven. And this Mashitat bint Pharaoh, this woman, this great Muslim woman, she asked Pharaoh after he threw her last kid in the boiled water, she asked him, before he would kill her, to gather all the bones of her and her kids and bury them together. And he said, I'll do that for you. And he killed her by throwing her in the boiled water as well, as a martyr. So Prophet Muhammad Sallallaahu Alayhi Wa Sallam, he smelled this very nice smell coming out from the grave of this honorable woman. And then Sayyidina Muhammad, he reached Aqsa Mosque in Palestine, and he met all the prophets and messengers before him. Allah gathered all of them to meet him, and he prayed as an imam for them. And then Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, he went through with Sayyidina Jibreel, he went through the skies, and each time he would enter a sky, just before he entered the first sky, the angels of the first sky asked Jibreel, what means, who are you? Sayyidina Jibreel would reply back by saying, I am Jibreel. They would ask him, who is with you? He would say, Muhammad Sallallaahu Alayhi Wa Sallam. They would ask Sayyidina Jibreel again, was he given the permission to visit the skies? And Sayyidina Jibreel would answer, the meaning of which, yes. And the angels would open up the doors of the first sky, and Sayyidina Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he saw Sayyidina Adam, Prophet Adam, in the first sky, and he greeted him, and Sayyidina Adam made dua to him. And the same thing happened with the second sky, at the doors of the second sky, the gates of the second sky. And after passing through the second sky, after Sayyidina Muhammad saw Sayyidina Isa, Jesus, and Sayyidina Yahya alayhim as-salam. And then the same thing happened in the third sky, and Sayyidina Muhammad saw Sayyidina Yusuf in the third sky. And by the way, I was asked this question before. Prophet Yusuf was given great beauty. Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam, he was very handsome and very beautiful, and had a very handsome face, and he was given a big part of beauty. And Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was given all of beauty and all of handsomeness. So the Prophet Muhammad is the most beautiful and the most handsome creation that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ever created. And the beauty of Sayyidina Yusuf and the handsomeness of Sayyidina Yusuf is only a portion of that of Sayyidina Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم, Sayyidina Muhammad mentioned in the Hadith, ما بعث الله نبيا إلا حسن الوجه حسن الصوت وكان نبيكم أحسنهم وجها وأحسنهم صوتا. Any prophet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent had a great face, has had a beautiful, handsome face, and had a very nice and beautiful voice. And this is the meaning of the Hadith. And your prophet, meaning Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, is the most has the most beautiful face, the most handsome face amongst them all, and has the nicest voice and the most beautiful voice. So this was in the third sky. In the fourth sky, Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam met Sayyidina Idris alayhi salam, and in the fifth sky, Sayyidina Muhammad met Sayyidina Harun alayhi salam. Sayyidina Harun is the brother of Sayyidina Musa. And in the sixth sky, Sayyidina Muhammad met Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam. In the seventh sky, Sayyidina Muhammad met Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salatu wassalam. Inshallah, I will continue in the next part. So stay with me, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.